Hello and welcome back to Stop and Go F1, the sickness edition. You can probably tell I'm not feeling very well. Unfortunate as it is, we power through anyway, as today is the day of the Red Bull reveal for the Challenger for 2023. And whilst I am sick in a bad way, Red Bull are hoping to be sick in a good way. Oh dear. Right, so I feel I should say at the start of this that I'm a fan of Red Bull. I like Max Verstappen a lot. I think I would say he's the number one driver on the grid at the moment, and I feel I need to clarify and say that in order to say what I want to say next, which is that the Red Bull reveal launch party thing was a disaster. It was awful. It was really, really bad. Firstly, they had a countdown, which went on for half an hour. Then 3 minutes before the countdown hit 0, it reset to like 8 or 9. So there was obviously some kind of backstage issue there. We then launch in and see the most American man to ever exist, calling everyone brother. He's having a great time. He also had a friend there. Sorry for the cough there, but as I said, I am ill. Then instead of looking at Formula 1 stuff, we talked to some fella who does some skiing. There's someone else who is a fencer. There was a snowboarder and someone else who does skateboarding. It was all over the place. We see Daniel Ricciardo. You could tell that he was a bit, I don't know if upset is the right word or disappointed, but there was something not quite right with him there. Finally, we got to see the car, and maybe we should talk about it now. Let's open up my other screen here. This is Max Verstappen. This is his new helmet for this year. He's lost the gold, which is strange because he is still champion, of course. But he has got a lovely big EA sponsor on his helmet there, which probably will help with his ranking in the game this year. Probably number 1 as well. Let's skip through some photos. There he is with the helmet, and we'll get to this later. There is the brand new car, and to the surprise of absolutely nobody, it's exactly the same as their last year's car. Obviously, there's a few new sponsors. This Rocked one there, that's a new one. But, yes, it's last year's car, which isn't a shock to anyone. So we waited for about an hour through this show to see this car, which was the same as last year. But to be honest, anyone going into this show thinking the car wasn't going to be the same as last year, I don't know what you're smoking, because it was always going to be the same as last year. Oh, we saw some art from Mr. Doodle. That was good. At one point, the world's most American man calls up Stefano Dominicali to the stage, and Stefano takes his time. So Max says, "Oh, I can see him. He's coming," and then he just never comes on the stage. And then the world's most American man says, "Actually, Stefano isn't here." So it's like, well, who did Max see then? What's going on here? What was going on? And also, whenever the world's most American man needed to fill time, he would just ask Daniel Ricciardo, "What are you going to be doing?" And the answer was always, "I'm doing sim work." So, yeah. The show wasn't great. The reveal, everyone knew what it was going to be, but the thing is with the Red Bull cars, I don't think they need a new livery, because it is a modern day classic, this one. It looks fantastic. You can't deny that it's a good-looking car. I think people just want new stuff every now and again, and it was never going to happen with the Red Bull. But there we go. But of course, the big news is Red Bull Ford powertrains. Now, just before the launch of the Red Bull launch show, it was announced that Ford will be coming back in 2026. When I read the press release, I thought they were going to be coming back as a team, but it seems like they're coming back as an engine supplier. Unless, of course, this is just the start, and they will also come back as a team. But it looks like there is some kind of deal going on here between Red Bull and Ford to merge the powertrains together, which I think is great. I mean, Ford are a legendary brand, as the whole Red Bull team. It's good to see them back, and of course, the Red Bull team, if you look back far enough, did start as a Ford team. So it's all come full circle here, and I'm very happy to see it. Looking forward to seeing what they do next, of course, in 2026. It also means that Alpha Tauri will be moving to a Ford engine as well. In terms of other teams, I don't really see anyone else going for this. The only ones available would be McLaren, Haas, and anyone else? Aston. But I think Aston, there's been rumours that Aston are going to make their own engines, so I don't see Aston going that way. McLaren, I don't really know. Williams, they're available, but I don't think they will. I think actually Haas could be very interesting, having a American engine manufacturer alongside the American team. That could work quite well. But yeah, this is really interesting, and I'm glad to see Ford coming back. Of course, this is all due to more and more eyes getting on to Formula One, especially in the US. So it's all good news. The Red Bull looks great. We've got some pictures of Checo there as well. Look at him looking happy there. That's his new helmet. It's very reminiscent of the one that he wore for the Mexican Grand Prix last year. But he seemed happy enough. Max is happy enough. Everyone's happy, apart from me, who is ill. Yeah, I mean, I can't really go into it much like I did the Haas the other day, because there really isn't much to talk about. It's the same. Not even anything new on the wheels. Oh, dear. Oh, well. I can't think of anything else to say here. So we're gonna call it there. It's a mixture of I can't think of anything else to say, and I really want to stop talking. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I will be back now. I believe it's Monday. Is the Williams launch? Let me just double check the dates in my phone so we know for sure where we all are. The 6th of February, Williams. So next week, we've got the 6th, which is Williams, and then the 7th, which is Alfa Romeo. 11th is Alfa Tauri. 13th for Aston. And the 13th as well is McLaren. It's 14th Ferrari, 15th Mercedes, 16th Alpine. Right, this is the end of the video. I need to go and take lots of paracetamol and have a lie down. Goodbye!